Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley describes demonetization as a key decision to formalize the economy. Cabinet decides to open a central tribal university in Andhra Pradesh. Also approves leasing out 6 airports on public-private partnership basis. In Mizoram, the standoff caused due to protests by NGO Coordination Committee ends as the agitation is called off. 5 persons including a security personnel killed in a Maoist attack in Dantewada district of Chhattisgarh. In US, a gunman opens fire at a bar in California, killing at least 13 people including a police officer. In badminton, PV Sindhu and Kidambi Srikanth advanced to the quarterfinals of China Open in Fuzhou. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said demonetization was a key step in a chain of important decisions taken by the government to formalize the economy. He said financial inclusion was another important step to ensure that even weaker sections became part of the formal economy. In a Facebook post on the completion of the 2 years of demonetization today, Mr. Jaitley said the government first targeted the black money outside India and asset holders were asked to bring the money back on payment of penal tax. Later talking to reporters in New Delhi, the minister said demonetization compelled cash holders to deposit the same in the banks. He said the enormity of cash deposited and identified with the owner resulted in 17,42,000 suspected account holders from whom the responses were received online through non-invasive method. He said a lot of money was diverted to the mutual funds for further investments, which became a part of the formal system. Mr. Jaitley said getting that money into the formal economy and making the holders pay tax was the broader objective of demonetization.
Demonetization was a key step. You had anonymous amount of cash currency operating in the system, mainly through high-value currency. People were compelled to make deposits. Our object was not to confiscate their resources or money, but to find out who is keeping an illegitimate non-tax-paid money.
The Finance Minister further said demonetization and implementation of GST curbed cash transactions in a big way. The minister said the impact of demonetization has been felt on collection of personal income tax too. Its collection were higher in financial year 2018-19 till 31st of October 2018 compared to previous year by over 20%. He said even in the corporate tax, the tax collections are over 19% higher. Meanwhile, Congress President Rahul Gandhi has termed the demonetization as a tragedy and suicidal attack that destroyed millions of lives and ruined thousands of India's small businesses. He alleged that the worst hit by demonetization were the poorest of the poor. Union Cabinet has approved leasing out 6 airports through public-private partnership. Briefing reporters in New Delhi this evening, Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said,
the Cabinet has given in principle approval for development, operation and management of as many as 6 airports on the PPP model. और ये 6 हवाई अड्डे हैं अहमदाबाद, जयपुर, लखनऊ, गुवाहाटी, तिरुवनंतपुरम और बेंगलुरु.
Mr. Prasad said the Cabinet also approved amendment to the Central Universities Act 2009 for setting up of a Central Tribal University in Andhra Pradesh.
कि सारे जो सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज होते हैं दे आर ऑपरेटेड बाय ए प्रॉपर स्टैट्यूट. तो उसमें हमें अगर आंध्र प्रदेश की ट्राइबल यूनिवर्सिटी को सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी में रखना है तो दैट नीडेड ए चेंज इन लॉ. तो उसके लिए आज कैबिनेट ने सहमति दे दी है और लगभग 420 करोड़ का एक्सपेंडिचर फर्स्ट फेज का ये भी एलोकेट कर दिया है.
In another decision, the Cabinet has given its in-principle approval for laying down procedures and mechanisms for sale of enemy shares under the custody of Home Ministry. Mr. Prasad said the value of over 6.50 crore enemy shares amounting 3,000 crore rupees will be sold after the decision. In Mizoram, the standoff caused due to protests by the NGO Coordination Committee ends as the NGOs have called off their agitation. The committee was protesting against the removal of the Principal Secretary Home, Lal Nun Mawia Chaungo. It was also demanding removal of Chief Electoral Officer S.B. Shashank. Tomorrow is the last date of filing nominations for state assembly elections. So far, about 95 candidates have filed their nominations across the state. Polling will be held on 28th of this month. Meanwhile, a high-level election commission team is reaching Aizawl tomorrow. More from our correspondent.
Tomorrow, the Election Commission team headed by the Deputy Chief Election Commissioner Sudeep Jain will hold meetings with the government officials and leaders of the NGO Coordination Committee. The Commission team is likely to hold talks with all stakeholders on various issues for conducting smooth, free and fair election in the state. The NGOs staged sit-in demonstration last 2 days protesting against the removal of the Principal Secretary Home Lanun Moy Chuango and demanding removal of the Chief Electoral Officer S.B. Shashank. Irene, AIR News, Aizawl.
In Chhattisgarh, 5 persons, including a security personnel, were killed in a Maoist attack in Dantewada district of Bastar region today. Our correspondent reports that 2 other personnel of Central Industrial Security Force, CISF, were also injured in the incident.
In a major strike, just ahead of polling, Maoists blew up a vehicle carrying personnel of Central Industrial Security Force (CISF). The improvised explosive device explosion took place in a hilly area in Bacheli when the CISF personnel were returning to their camp in a bus after purchasing groceries from the market. The blast was so powerful that the bus was blown into pieces. The persons killed in this incident include a CISF head constable, driver, and conductor of the bus, and 2 civilians. This is the third major Maoist attack in the last 13 days in Bastar region, during which 12 persons were killed, including 8 security personnel. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
18 assembly constituencies in the Maoist-affected areas in Bastar and Rajnandgaon are going to polls in the first phase on November 12th. All the Maoist-affected constituencies of Chhattisgarh are under a massive security umbrella. In Madhya Pradesh, the BJP released its third list of 32 candidates for the assembly elections today, while the Congress also released its fifth list of 16 candidates. The BJP has fielded National General Secretary Kailash Vijayvargiya's son, Akash Vijayvargiya, from the Indore 3 seat, and former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Babulal Gaur's daughter-in-law, Krishna Gaur, from Govindpura. According to Congress press release, former MP Sartaj Singh, who switched over to the Congress from the BJP today, will contest from Hoshangabad constituency. Giving a major setback to the Congress, Nitin, son of senior leader Satyavrat Chaturvedi, filed nomination from Rajnagar on a Samajwadi Party ticket. Tomorrow is the last day of filing of nominations. Polling for 230 seats of Madhya Pradesh Assembly will be held on the 28th of this month. Results will be announced on December 11th. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. In U.S., a gunman has opened fire at a bar in California, killing at least 13 people, including a police officer. The shooting began at about 23:20 local time at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California, northwest of Los Angeles. Police said at least 10 people are known to have been injured. Officials said the suspect was found dead inside and is yet to be identified. Police said they recovered a handgun inside the bar. They believe the suspect may have taken his own life, but have not confirmed this. At least 200 people were reportedly inside the Borderline Bar and Grill at the time of the attack. A college country music night was underway when the suspect, apparently dressed in black, entered the bar and opened fire. New Delhi says it supports all efforts at peace and reconciliation in Afghanistan to preserve unity and plurality and bring security, stability and prosperity to that country. Official spokesperson said in New Delhi that India is aware that the Russian Federation is hosting a meeting on Afghanistan in Moscow tomorrow. The spokesman said India's consistent policy has been that such efforts should be Afghan-led, Afghan-owned and Afghan-controlled and with participation of the government of Afghanistan. The spokesman said India's participation at tomorrow's meeting will be at the non-official level. The government has reassured the exporters that there is no let-up in the sanction of GST refunds and the disposal rate is consistently improving. The Finance Ministry in a statement said, out of over 88,000 crore rupees refund claims, GST refunds to the tune of 82,775 crore rupees have been disposed as on 31st of last month. Thus, the disposal rate of 93.8% has been achieved. It said the pending GST refund claims amounting to 5,400 crore rupees are being expeditiously processed to provide relief to eligible exporters. Goods and Services Tax GST has helped in bringing many of the micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, to the formal sector. In an exclusive interview to All India Radio, Secretary MSME Arun Kumar Panda said MSME plays an important role in employment generation in the country.
MSMEs are the second largest employers in this country. After GST came into being, many of these MSMEs which were in the informal economy came to the formal economic framework. So far, out of a total registration of almost 1.16 crore in GST, almost 1.07 crore are MSMEs.
The full interview can be heard on the FM Gold channel of AIR tonight at 9:30. Pradhan Mantri Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana, also known by the name of Saubhagya Yojana, has lightened many houses in Uttarakhand. Here is a ground report from our Dehradun correspondent.
The benefits of this scheme reached the far-flung areas of this hilly state. Vidya Dutt, one of the beneficiaries, says that under the flagship program, Pradhan Mantri Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana, he has been provided hassle-free power connection.
बहुत अच्छी योजना है। विभाग जो है घर में आकर कार्य कर रहा है और हमें कोई परेशानी नहीं हो रही।
Mohit recalls the days when their families would spend the nights in total darkness. Now, after getting benefits of this scheme, their misery is over.
हमारा घर जो कि गांव से काफी दूर है और बिजली आने से हमारा घर भी दीपक की तरह प्रज्वलित हो गया है। हमारे बच्चों के लिए पढ़ाई लिखाई के लिए भी अच्छा हो गया है। जो लैंप जला के पढ़ते थे या लालटेन जला के पढ़ते थे, अब बिजली में पढ़ते हैं।
The best part of this scheme is that the beneficiaries are not required to wander for electricity connection. The concerned authority ensures to make connection available at your ease. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
All India Radio will broadcast an interview with Executive President of the National Legal Services Authority, Honorable Justice of Supreme Court, Justice Madan B. Lokur, on the occasion of Legal Services Day tomorrow. It can be heard on Indraprasth and FM Gold channels from 8 p.m. In badminton, PV Sindhu and Kidambi Srikanth have advanced to the quarterfinals of the China Open in their respective singles categories. In men's doubles, Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty have entered into the quarterfinals of the event. Bangladesh authorities today sent former Prime Minister Khalida Zia back to jail after a month of treatment in a hospital in Dhaka. An official said Khalida Zia was sent as the specialized state-run hospital certified her fitness to serve the 10-year prison term after she was admitted to the hospital on October 6th following a High Court order. For the first time, the iconic Empire State Building in New York City was lit orange in celebration of Diwali. The world-famous structure turned orange last night as Indians across the world celebrated the Festival of Lights. The Federation of Indian Associations, FIA, the largest non-profit umbrella organization in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey and Connecticut of the Indian community, lit up the monument in a special ceremony. It was organized by the FIA in cooperation with the Empire State Realty Trust and attended by key members of the Indian diaspora. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley describes demonetization as a key decision to formalize the economy. Cabinet decides to open a central tribal university in Andhra Pradesh. Also approves leasing out 6 airports on public-private partnership basis. In Mizoram, the standoff caused due to protests by NGO Coordination Committee ends as the agitation is called off. 5 persons, including a security personnel, killed in a Maoist attack in Dantewada district of Chhattisgarh. In US, a gunman opens fire at a bar in California, killing at least 13 people, including a police officer. In badminton, PV Sindhu and Kidambi Srikanth advanced to the quarterfinals of China Open in Fuzhou. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.